Hello, Wanda. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. So I know that you've been at GMHC for a while now. Can you tell us a little bit about the work that you do here at GMHC?
I'm a peer health educator for the Women's Care Prevention and Supportive Service Program.
And what do you do there with that?
I do harm reduction and substance use
Mm,
for women with past and present substance use, and we also service women who are HIV negative, women who are high risk.
hmm And that's important because it helps women who are negative stay negative?
Well, that's what the plan is.
hmm
Yeah, to help them to remain negative and obtain some new techniques so that they could remain negative.
hmm And what's some of those techniques, if you don't mind sharing?
Um, how to negotiate safe sex.
hmm
For a lot of women who don't know, we teach them how to cheek. Things that are a little out of the norm
hmm
to make it a little interesting so that it becomes acceptable in whatever relationship it is that they're engaging these
hmm
activities in.
Yeah. So is that why your work here is so important?
I mean, it's important to put it out there for other women, but it also reinforces a lot of things for myself.
That's good. So you were part of a campaign here at GMHC that read that 92% of all women who are newly diagnosed with HIV in New York City are black and Latina. Why should we care about women and HIV, and why do you think it's black and Latina?
I'd like to say because we let me see, how am I going to put this? Um, there's so many barriers, and I'm going to say that again, lack of education, the fact that some women still don't know how to negotiate for themselves, and we're talking about our lives now.
Right.
And there are still a lot of Latina and women of color who just haven't received that message yet.
hmm Do you think it's difficult for women to talk to their to the men in their lives about sex or safer sex?
Oh, without a doubt.
Mm.
Without a doubt.
And why do you think that's so?
I mean, then it brings up
Is it
that
because men
conclusion that
are
they might not be faithful, that they're doing things outside of the I'm saying men towards women,
right?
being they're doing some stuff outside of the relationship that shouldn't be going on, and again that they're not being loyal and things of that nature.
hmm So, how important is it for women to get tested regularly, do you think?
I, I, I think on a scale from, let's say, 1 to 100 or 0 to 100, I'm going to say 125.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's important to always get tested. I mean, it's just as long as you're sexually active. One should at least every 3 months or
I
so.
mean, even if you know about your status, you're never sure about the next person's status, and it's
hmm
always about being safe.
hmm And there's also ways to, like, for couples to teach each other about and have conversations about safer sex.
Oh, yes, yes. The
Do you
plenty of
support
that.
in your department? Do you help women with that, like how to talk to your man and?
Yeah, because we still have a lot of women that that's one of their obstacles,
hmm
disclosing. Some
Right.
of them are in relationships and have been in relationships for some time and have yet to disclose. And so because they might be practicing safe sex, let's say on a scale of 1 to 198% of the time, but in that 2% of the time, anything can go wrong.
Right.
So we're trying to get it from 0 to 100 and, keeping it as safely as possible.
hmm And how can women support one another in the fight against AIDS?
Through education, educating each other.
hmm
You know, um, Bringing it to the table and being able to tell their story and share with other women that have yet to get to that place in their life.
hmm So I know that HIV/AIDS we're all affected in our own ways. We obviously know somebody who is and is living with it. Is that why you are in this field, because you've experienced that in your life?
Yeah. Yeah, and someone did it for me, and they kept the doors open for me, and they helped me through what I thought was one of the most crucial times in my life. And so since they weren't here long enough for me to say thank you, this is what I do. I give it back.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Is
You're
there a
welcome.
message you would like to tell women that are watching this video? Anything you would like them to know?
Education is what we have. You know, educate yourself so that you can help educate someone else.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.